When I first saw Feline, it was April 22nd, and I weighed 261 pounds, which is the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life. I was not happy with how I looked, embarrassed about how I looked, and could never find any clothes that I felt ever looked good, and just unhappy in general. And just doing simple tasks like the bending over and lifting, I found taxing. My doctor had put me on high blood pressure medication and wanted to put me on high cholesterol medication, and was even thinking of doing the blood fasting test for possible diabetes. And I just knew that I was headed down a very dark path and that I had to do something about that. Well, before I started coming to Feline, I was not exercising at all, and I was not eating properly in any shape or form, with a lot of nighttime binge eating and just eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. But she really sat down and explained how my new life was going to be and how I was going to eat, and the accountability I would have with her, and that she wouldn't see me if I didn't follow the rules, and I actually really appreciated that. And walked me through the book, turned me on to the world's healthiest foods, which prior to seeing Feline, it had really been my husband that did all the cooking, and I had absolutely no idea what to do. One of the most important things that Feline showed me was the food journal, where I track everything that I eat and everything I drink, and my exercise. I would exercise for an hour. Initially, it was just either a walk or a hike in Griffith Park, or little exercise videos. I would see her every 3 weeks religiously, where I would come in with my homework of my food journal. She would check my homework, make sure I've been a good girl. She would hook me up to the body composition machine and check and see how my weight loss was going, in terms of, was I losing fat, was I losing muscle, was I losing water, and where I stood. And based on that, we were able to juggle what I ate and when I ate it, moving my grain to before exercise, and just it helped me modify everything and me to be able to see my results in hard numbers, which is very encouraging when you can see your weight drop, to me, dramatically every 3 weeks. And when I would go to parties, it would be my friends, and they were all so supportive of me that it was never even an issue. In fact, I would go to parties and I would sneak in my little pre-packaged 3 ounces of protein, and somebody saw me doing that and said, "I'm just so glad you're doing it, because whatever you're doing is definitely working." I don't know why my particular willpower is so strong, because working in my medical office, there is a luncheon every week, at least one, where there's all of this crazy food in the lunchroom. Sometimes I just walk in and I just put my hand up against my eye, and I just walk in, grab my lunch bag, and I just walk out. All the crap sitting on the lunch table all through Christmas, it's just not worth it to me to go back. That calorie that I would have to burn off just takes me farther away from my goals, and I know that sugar's gonna make me feel bad now, because my body is so unsugary, and I just have very strong resolve. It's now been 8 months, and I have gone from 261 to my last weigh-in was 159, down to 19% body fat, which is totally amazing, and I've never felt better in my life. I did not know anything about endermology, but I'd say when I had lost 60 pounds and I weighed about 200, Feline had suggested that I go see Chiffon.
Hi, I'm Chiffon with New Kingdom Beauty. This is my endermology studio. I also worked with Lynette in conditioning her skin. She lost a significant amount of weight in a short period of time.
And I knew that with this weight loss, that if I had skin that was hanging at the end, I wanted to look good naked, and I was either gonna maybe consider plastic surgery.
When she came to me, her skin was a little loose. She had, sagging in the midsection and in her arms, and endermology helped her big time. It helped with tightening the skin and conditioning it and getting it back to its, tightness.
I've been surprised by it. I just seen some pictures of what could happen, but when you see my before and after pictures, it's amazing.
And from what I notice, it's great to start in the beginning of your regimen, especially when you're losing so much weight. In Lynette's case, she started at the right time.
There is no way that I'm going to need to have plastic surgery. My tummy is almost completely flat now. It's amazing. My back looks like a normal back. No folds of skin anywhere. It seemed that it was this combination of the exercise and the eating right and the endermology that were all working together to give me my fantastic results. I feel like I have taken control of my life back, and I can see everything about my life different from when I go to the grocery store and I feel confident and happy with how I look, and I'm obviously smiling and people are smiling back at me, and it just seems that my whole new lifestyle brings all this positive energy back to me. And I find, even in my office, where my patients come in and are amazed that I'm the same person that I was just 8 months ago, and I have to carry a stack of Feline's cards on me because people just think that it's going to be, give me her card and then the same thing will happen to me. And I actually withhold the cards from them until I'm convinced that they really want it, because I tell them that you have to want it and you have to be willing to do it if you want to see these results. And if you do, then I give them the card, and they can turn their lives around like I have. And I've never felt more in charge and happy and complete as a person.